Namaskar, everyone. Just waiting a little bit for everybody to join in, and in the meantime, we can just enjoy the space. It's a little bit of a gray day today, but nonetheless beautiful. And I just want to thank all of you for being a part of my Monday meditation. Thank you for joining in as usual. A joy always to be with you. Thank you for joining those of you who are coming in now. Entering the sacred space. Let's just open the mind to the vastness of the consciousness space. To the peacefulness of the consciousness space, to the joy of the inner space. Let's welcome each other, that space of love and peace, unity and harmony. Understanding that we are connected to everything in an external way and in an internal way. In the consciousness space and in the physical space. Namaskar once again. So, yesterday I spoke to the subject of witnessing. When we speak of spirituality and we speak of our spirit, we are not speaking of the body, nor are we speaking of the mind or the emotion. We are speaking about our changeless reality. What the Hindus describe as Satchit Anand, eternal blissful being. eternal blissful conscious being. So to really appreciate that state that we call Sachit Ananda, eternal blissful being, to really appreciate that, we need to center deeper and deeper into consciousness, beyond the mind, beyond the senses, beyond the body, beyond the thought. If only you can take a moment to let go of the thoughts and let go of the emotion in a detached way, not to try to force it out of your space, not to suppress it, not to deny it, but just to detach. In Hindu wisdom, that's called vairagya. Can be roughly translated as dispassion, detachment. What happens when you're able to do that is that you're able to see the mental space, the emotional space, the physical space more clearly. And that's important because then you can see your vitality. You can see what preoccupies the mind. You can see what scatters the mind, diverts the mind. You can see how your energies are expended, and you can transform that. You can let go of things that waste your energy away, and you can embrace things that build your energy, build your vitality, being able to manage it. I call these sessions meditation because I try to bring you into a space, I try to guide you into a space where you can see clearly, where you can center deeper inside, in that place that I'm speaking about, where you can see everything more clearly. And when you can see the externality for what it is, when you can see that the life is held in a timeline of birth and life and deterioration and death, aging and death, everything. And when you can see everything is in constant flux and change, but who is observing that? Who is seeing that? And that's where we come to the timeless seer, the seer that is not held in time, but is able to witness time. And that's where meditation should take you, in the joyous state of the witness. That is called the fourth state. In the Shiva Sutras, it says, Jagrat Swapna Sushupyari Turiya Bhoga Sambhava. That the Turiya is the rapturous state of the witness of all the other states of the waking, the dreaming, and the deep sleeping. The rapturous witness. That is the fourth state of consciousness. That is the freedom state. Turiya. And when you can be in that state of Turiya, it's called Sahaja Samadhi, natural Samadhi. So no matter what you're doing, you're established in that space. So that should be the goal. It's quite a stretch, but every step that you make towards it, every time you deepen your seeing, being able to see in a more detached way, you get closer and closer to it. And the closer and closer you get to it, the more free you feel, the more intuitive you become, the more wise, so to speak, and the more you're able to manage and navigate the human journey. Stay with me as much as you can in that silent space. As I speak, I am guiding you there. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Just begin to observe what is happening in the inner space. What is happening in your space of witnessing. Just observe what is happening in there. Can you feel the love within your being expanding? Can you feel the peacefulness of the mind behind the thought? That the thought slows down. It becomes a little more remote. You're less caught up in it. Can you see the emotional state that you're holding at the moment? Is there happiness that is bubbling from your subconscious? From all your activities of yesterday? Or your beautiful dreams from last night? And your great rest? How are the emotions today, and how are you held subconsciously as well? If you just become a little quiet, what do you feel at the deeper levels of being? What do you feel that is holding you? Is it a joyous state from all your activities yesterday, last night, this morning? Begin to observe from a deeper space as much as you can. When I let go of my normal thoughts now, what do I feel that is holding me? What kind of state? These are important in the observation. And how's your breathing? Is it a restless breathing this morning? Or is it a free-flowing, even breath? When you're in a composed state, a more balanced state, you find that the breath moves more even and it's slower. So the goal of all of this meditation and centering is that you can really enjoy the human experience better. Your relationships, your job, and always remember that your job is your livelihood. Unless you have a passion, unless it fulfills you, that it is also part of your life purpose. And that's best when your secular activity is part of your life purpose. You feel joy in doing it. You feel free. You feel purposeful. You feel fulfilled. That's how your activities should be. Is your secular job like that? And if it's not, how do you deal with that? How do you keep your inner fulfillment and don't let your goal be your secular job? Unless it fulfills you. Then you, in the workplace, if it is just a livelihood, you don't feel fulfilled and joyous by going to work. Then you bring your inner joy at the workplace. You let your inner light shine in the workplace. And same with your relationships. Are your relationships synergistic? Do they bring you joy when you meet, the members of your family or those whom you live with? How do you feel? Do you feel that the relationships empower you? And if they don't, how do you deal with that? Then you're able to appreciate it from the karmic play, knowing that this has to be, this is part of the karmic play, and how do I bring my light into this and do not allow this to diminish my light. So the more stable you become in your inner space, the more you identify with spirit, with such an Anand, eternal blissful being, the more you operate from that timeless self, the more joy you'll be able to bring to any space without needing anything from the space. If perchance the space contributes, fine, but if it doesn't, no, then you give. Because it's the nature of the spirit to give, to light up the space. Just stay with me in the silent space. Let my thoughts just flow in your mind. Beyond my thoughts and beyond my words is the beautiful energy of being that is there. Let's all stay in that beautiful space. And I'm holding you in that space with a blessing that your day will be a day of light, a day of joy, a day of grace, a day of intuitive awareness. And I'm holding all of you in my mind. My expansive mind, in that field of light. And just to say a little bit about the Soham mantra, because it's a very meaningful mantra and it's just so simple to use with the breath. Hum and sa, hum relates to the individual, and sa means the universe. The higher self. So hum and sa is a relationship of individual and cosmic. And in the beginning of our journey, we think of ourselves as a body, the material. And our universe becomes the material universe. And we think of the cosmic self as a god. So the breathing in is to the individual in that lower consciousness, and the breathing out is to our universe, the cosmic. So the breath is hum and sa. Breathing in hum, breathing out sa. That's lower consciousness. That's material consciousness. But when we begin to feel that within us is the divine power, when we breathe in, we are breathing into the universe inside. We are breathing into the center of the universe. And then the in-breath becomes soul. And the out-breath becomes the material, the body, the individuality, the world. So the mantra changes on initiation and spiritual awakening to Soham. So just the in-breath. So if you breathe out first, it's just to the hum, to the material, to the individual. and breathing in the so. And the breath has to be rhythmical. It has to have gentle pauses between the in-breath and the out-breath, and out-breath and in-breath. So goes into hum, and hum goes into so. And then when we find that rhythm, and as we get more and more aware, we begin to feel that an energy flows with the in-breath and an energy flows with the out-breath. That's the prana-apana. So the meditation creates or has a lot of excitement, of energy and flow. And when you're able to stay in the witness of this whole process of so and hum and so and hum and so, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It not only brings you into a state of energetic balance, but it takes you deeper and deeper into the witnessing and into that freedom state. And the seeing, experiencing yourself differently and experiencing life differently. So if you have a little chance today with the energy of the blessing or instruction of what I'm doing, just breathing in the so and breathing out the hum rhythmically, just observing or witnessing the breath, trying to stay in the flow so you capture the energy of prana or pana. The energy of so and hum, and then being able to witness the body and how the vitality in the body grows with the rhythm, with the harmony, with the breath. And you're really able to enjoy moments of meditation no matter where you are, just with breath awareness, Soham awareness. And why Soham? Because it takes up the mind. It wraps the mind into being attentive to the breath and to the sound of so and hum. And you can associate the sound of the in-breath with so and the sound of the out-breath with hum. And then what happens is that you begin to jump from the material consciousness into the energy consciousness of flow. And then you begin to go deeper and deeper into witnessing and into the space of grace. And that's how transformation happens, through the simple process of meditation. So stay with me for a few moments. Eyes open, eyes closed. Just breathe out and breathe in, mentally repeating the so and the hum, effortlessly repeating the so and hum in a cycle. Feeling the balance of energies in the body and mind. The emotional space becoming more free, unburdened. Witnessing in a more expansive space. And holding the awareness of this sacredness of all of this. And that is God consciousness. The beauty of the in-breath and out-breath. So wherever you are today, stay in flow. Don't resist your universe unnecessarily, unless you feel divinely energized in doing so. Then you know the divine is behind you. Flow around the things you cannot change, but do not allow things to change you in any negative way. Positively, yes. Negatively, no. Be watchful through your day. Be discriminating. And enjoy your world in a more detached way. Enjoy the senses in a more detached way. Enjoy your food, enjoy your relationships, enjoy the workplace, enjoy everything in a more detached way. You can do that. You don't need to be so consumed that you give your power away to things. Enjoy. The world is meant for your enjoyment. But enjoy it as it's meant to be enjoyed. Reveling in the joys of the inner space whilst you enjoy the senses on the outside, the play of the senses. So holding every one of you in blessing, the blessings of the universe. May all be blessed. May all be lifted in consciousness, that they may center deeper in the reality of who we all are. May all those who are suffering across the world, may they be lifted in the consciousness to realize that there is a reason for suffering and that we should grow out of it, out of the experience. And that grace is always there. Let's hold on to grace. Let's flow with grace. May you be healthy. May you be happy. And may you bring light to every space that you're in. And may we coexist harmoniously in our world. Not to destroy life, but to sustain. And to build. To build stronger. To protect and preserve. Om Sahana Bhavatu. May we all be protected together. Sahana Bhunaktu. May we all be nourished together. By the food, by the pranas. By the energies of the universe. May we all be strong together. May our knowledge be full of light. And may we remain ever united in sacred space. Beyond diversity. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhunaktu. Sahaviryam Karavavahe. Tejasvinavritamastu. Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti. 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 Happy Monday, everyone. Hope that your meditation was fruitful, and wishing you a marvelous day wherever you are today. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.